Hey, good morning, everybody. So it's Jillian, and yes, I just woke up, but I had this aha moment about words and my own healing process and what I went through the last couple days and last 9 days or so, wrapping my head around just all of this stuff, racism and the way people treat each other, and then the institutionalized racism and what people do to put themselves above or below, or then how they categorize their friends and family. And it's one of those things that I understand the power of the word love and hate. Like that's been one of the main focuses is the word love and hate because it is it's a visceral gut reaction that you have towards people as a preference. And when you have a visceral gut reaction that you react towards people, when you have a preference, it means you have some kind of PTSD, some kind of something that makes you act in preference to them over other people. Now, you could say, well, this is my husband, I love him. And it rolls off, you know how easy it rolls off the tongue? Well, why do you love him? And here's the thing, oh, I love my husband. Why do you love him? Because he has all of these characteristics that I find that are very attractive and appealing. And he's smart. He's funny. He's talented. He's good looking. Okay, and so those would be the reasons why. But there's many other people out there in the world that if you weren't with that person, you would be with them too. Some people won't because of whatever reasons. But if you're going to be in that kind of preferential thing, okay, then it's like it there's a reason behind it. And I'm struggling with this because I'm thinking like, okay, why am I with my husband? Because we both are, we both are mutually respected. We both have mutual respect. We are in a we have a business together. Jilly Juice, he's part of my business too in some way, not directly. So we support each other. Um, I take care of the house. He takes care of the bills. I take care of the bills too. I take care of the dog. We have definitely a partnership going. Okay. And so yes, I guess that's how love could be represented, but that's not love. How is that you have a good relationship, a visceral gut reaction? Okay. So this is how I'm going to really explain it. Okay. So it isn't love. It's the fact that we are working together. We have a common goal, a common purpose. It's not a visceral gut reaction. Yes, I do find that I do have a feeling for him, but I have a feeling of gratitude, a feeling of there's so many feelings out there. It is not always called love. It could be called, but in our society, for you to be in a marriage, you have to be in love. Okay, if that's what they want, I'll give them that word. But it's a feeling of gratitude, mutual respect. It's a feeling of thankfulness that I have someone like that in my life. It's a feeling of wow, we're working together, just like a heart and a lung. They don't love each other. The heart and lungs don't love each other. They depend upon each other. They work together to keep the body going. And so when you love somebody, you can just as easily hate somebody. And so it has a meaning behind it that can easily turn, so love can easily turn to hate, to where you then want to destroy them. So that's why it's so important to understand that it really isn't love that you want to use on people that you love. Now, if that's what they expect, then you can't deprogram them. It's not up to you to deprogram them. So I will have to use sometimes I will have to use the word love because I don't want them thinking that I don't love them. But that's the thing that you have to understand, is you have to understand the world around you. When you're using these words and you understand the meanings behind it and then how it affects other people and how it actually could program other people, then you got to check yourself and see, am I using the word love and hate to justify my position, to get my way, to manipulate into someone believing something that I'm doing? into justifying, into strategizing, into trying to tractor beam you into something. And so that's what you have to understand, that love and hate are so manipulative, because I've had those words used on me to where I thought that this was love, that this way that they would treat me was love, and it wasn't. It's a visceral gut reaction because of their own issues. And when they use the word love on me all the time, as if it was something that it meant that it justified their behavior, I realized that love can be used as a major manipulative tool. And so now you have to look at why it is that you are hanging out with this person. Just like when two cells are next to each other in your body, and one isn't destroying the other one, but you are working in conjunction, you are in partnership, you are working together for a common purpose to keep the other cells around you working in common purpose. And then it translates then to the heart, to the major organs, and then to the lungs, and then to the brain and the kidneys. Okay? And so right now, so I can look at word love and hate and not have a visceral gut reaction. But when someone uses the word love on me, I know that they're justifying their position. I know that they haven't, they're trying to figure out for them to still be however they're going to be and have me accept them. I'll accept all of you guys. I totally accept all of you guys equally. You're all at different levels of healing, and I get that. I don't get phased and feel like, oh yes, this, I don't get phased by the word love and hate. I really don't. I know I have your respect, but you want to use the word love as because you're so used to we're using it. Just like when people use the N-word on each other, and you're like, dude, that's a bad word, the N-word. Well, some people can use it and some people can't. You realize that? That there are words that people cannot use on each other. And so we understand the power of words. I mean, that right there is an example. And so now you have to understand the word love and hate can be just as bad as the word the N-word. And the G word for Asian girls or Asian women, or the W word for the Italians. There are words you don't use on people, that it's universally accepted. And there are words people use on each other that are universally accepted that probably shouldn't be universally accepted because of the intentions behind it. You have to understand why you love somebody. Is it because you have a mutual respect, or do you have imbalances and PTSD, and you're trying to control somebody else through the words of love and hate? Because people use the word hate on me. I hate you, Jillian. I hate Trump. And so you're trying to control people around you by telling them that since you hate somebody, that person should be hating that person too. So the words love and hate. Now you can say, I don't like this person's actions because of his legislation. Okay, well, why don't you like the legislation? Because I think everyone should come into this country illegally. And then that's not the case. So to hate somebody because of legislation, it means that you really don't hate them. You just don't like the fact that we have this legislation where you pick one or the other. And so you really get down to the root matter of why it is that people have an issue with each other. And usually if the person has an issue with themselves that they're not willing to confront, that really isn't about the person they're directing the anger towards. It really is about them, because you can't change other people. So that's why I've written the last couple of days why I wish that one day the words didn't have these meanings. That when you're unaffected, it's because you've changed, not other people. But some of you haven't earned that right to understand that word, that you can use words without any meaning, because you know the power it has over people, the spells it casts over people. So that's why I've been so focusing on love and hate, because they're tools of manipulation. Those words are tools of manipulation, and they are an unconscious bias. They really are. They are an unconscious bias, and not because of anything healthy. Love and hate are not healthy. Okay, I'm sorry to say. Love and hate is a preference. It's a preference because of PTSD. And it's interesting because, we use the emoji, the love emoji, and I use it too. But that's fine because it does show preference. It shows that I do like that comment over other comments. And then I try to be egalitarian. And when people are commenting on my Facebook, I'll try to answer everybody. I try to, not all the time. But if I don't answer everybody, then I'll only answer half, not like, one person. So if there's two people in the same boat, that I don't answer, not because I don't like them, it's because I just haven't answered everybody. But as far as the emoji of the love and the like, well, I'll try to love everybody's information or like all of their, but I try not to take, put one over the other. Because yeah, when you say, "Oh, I love," like these are the friends that I love. Well, why do you love these friends? And then you wonder, okay, is it because you're all working together towards a common goal, and this common goal is that you're trying to better the world? Or the fact that you're all drinking and hanging out and doing drugs and you love them because they're contributing to your destruction? See, that's the thing about love. Love can be so, so manipulative. And so it puts people in a false sense of like camaraderie with something that they may not be, they shouldn't be in camaraderie with. You love your friends because they're your drinking buddies, because they're the path to your destruction. That's why love can be so deceptive. Love and hate are like tractor beams, and they're so attractive, and they put such visceral gut reactions. And so the reason why I have you guys in my life, whether it's you, Jill, or you, Gemma, the only people that listen to me right now, which is fine, is because I respect your guys's, you know, participation in this Jilly Juice, the attempt to change your biochemistry because you want to change the world. I don't need your love and you don't need my love because that's totally irrelevant. It's a fact that we are working towards a common goal, a mutual respect. And I don't have to love you to do that. I can respect the hell out of you. I will welcome the hell out of all of you, but I don't need to love. And I've used the word love as a way to manipulate, and I know it. I even watch how I use it with my husband sometimes. When I see that he's annoyed at me at something, then I'll go like, "Oh, honey, I love you." And so I know how manipulative it can be. And I know how unconsciously manipulative it can be. And I gotta watch it. Okay. I gotta watch it. I gotta learn how to speak and just say, okay, you don't need to be mad at me. You just, this is why I do things. This is why I do it this way. Da, da, da. And and explain the meanings behind this stuff. So that's what I want people to understand about love and hate is they are very manipulative, and you have to understand what is it about this person that you love? Because some people will mistake in really bad relationships for love. Some people will mistake in that. And that's why using the word love is really very, very deceptive. You really got to understand why you love something and why you hate something. And not use it as a broad term to get people into, accepting behaviors, whatever they are. And so, when I say one day the world will be unaffected by words, well, that's not going to be for a while because you have many people who are casting spells over people who have basically brainwashed them into thinking these things. And since we know this, I think it's our responsibility as Jilly Juicers to not keep with the same stuff and to be more aware of how we use words and why we're using them so we don't contribute to more of the confusion. And that means that we have to really understand why we do the things that we do and understand our body, mind, and spirit. And that means that sometimes we do things unconsciously that we're not even aware of, that maybe it's worth reconsidering. Some of you are stubborn. You've been grown with the word love. Some of you are so stubborn. You're an empath, okay? Or you've called yourself an empath. You love the word love. And maybe you like the manipulation behind it. Maybe you like the response you get from it. And okay, love is like a drug. Hate is a drug too. Love and hate are drugs because they're used to anesthetize and manipulate all these things. Okay? And I recognize it. I finally recognized it when I looked at my own family. Was it really love, or was it that there was a specific agenda? And that specific agenda kept going and it would never stop. So, anyways. All right, you guys. Have a good day. Bye.